Hello, I'm Stanley. I would like to take you through some categories of work in the material estimation part of eQS2 software. I'll be looking at, let's start with bedding. Assuming you have a tiling work of, let's say, a hall. Give it a description: hall, tiling, bedding. You write the description, add the description, but then you specify the mix ratio. Let's take the mix ratio to be 1:6. Put that 1:6. Then there's a default shrinkage and waste percent here, which is 25%. You can change it if you like. Then you specify the thickness of the bedding. Let's use 40 mm. Then the area. Let's take the area of the hall to be 200 square meters. Then it says please input tipper capacity obtainable in market. We are using 11 cubic meter per trip for 10 tires tipper and 3.54 cubic meter per trip for 6 tires tipper. You can change that to suit what you can get in your local market. So after all this, you click add. So this, you get the number of bags of cement you need for bedding of 200 square meter at 1:6 mix ratio. Gives you 41.1 bags of cement, which is 2.05 tons of cement, or 1.4 cubic meter. It gives you the materials in different options, like cement gives you in bags, in tons, in cubic meter. The sand gives you in 10 tires tipper, which is 0.7 trips, gives you in 6 tires tipper, gives you in wheelbarrow 123 wheelbarrows, gives you in 50 kg bag 246.8 50 kg bags of sand, gives you in head pans 493.7 head pans, and also gives you in cubic meter. And if you have another place you want to do your bedding, let's say okay, let's use backing for example. Backing of let's say toilet walls. Definitely the mix ratio for backing is different from that of bedding. Let's use 1:4 for packing, and then the area of toilet walls is let's say 25 or 35 square meters. When you click this, it gives you the number of bags of cement for the backing. You can extend this. Yeah, number of bags of cement in different options, sand in different options as well. Even if you have 100 different works, just keep adding. As you're adding, it's increasing. Assuming you have entrance bedding. Let's say the entrance area is let's say 15 square meters. When you click this and you change the mix ratio to 1:6, you see you have entrance bedding. You can click on the first one and make addition on the input, and then you click add, gives you your result. So you can, after you're done with your work, you can export to Excel, and in later dates you can also import saved work from Excel. So the next we'll be looking at is block work. Block work, you put the description. Let's say it's foundation block. Foundation block, select type of block, 9 inches block or 6 inches. Then you put the area. Let's assume it's 120 square meters. This we're making some assumption, assuming we're working with a BOQ that's been prepared, and we're asked to give a material estimate for the work. So here you put the okay, let's run a test of using 1 square meter. When the waste is at 0%, you click this, you see you have approximately 9 blocks per square meter. But when you increase the waste to 10%, 10%, see you have approximately 10 blocks. So if you are using waste of 0%, you're working with approximately 9 blocks per square meter. But if you're using a waste of about 10%, you're working with approximately 10 blocks per square meter, depending on your own choice. So you can delete this. Click delete. So let's say the total square meter for foundation block wall is 120 square meter. You can change the mix ratio of the mortar down here, the thickness of the mortar, you can specify that, and also the mortar shrinkage and waste percent, and the block web width, you can also specify that. So this is 120 square meter foundation block wall. You see, it gives us the number of blocks and the number of bags of cement we need for the mortar in different options, in bags, in tons, in cubic meter, and then the sand we need also in 10 tires tipper, 6 tires tipper, wheelbarrow, 50 kg bag, head pans, and cubic meter. Then if you have a superstructure, let's say external block wall, external block superstructure, then let's say it's 6 inches, then put the square meter of the block wall, let's say it's 250 square meters. Then you can reduce the waste percent or increase if you like. Let's say we are working with 10% waste. When you click this, it gives you the number of blocks you need for superstructural block wall, 2,464 blocks. Then the number of bags of cement, 16.39 bags. Also the number of bags of cement in tons and in cubic meter, the number of trips of sand. So assuming we have parapet wall, and then parapet wall is let's say 15 square meters. Then click this, you have parapet wall. So you can keep adding and adding and adding, and when you're done, you click export to Excel. The work makes your work very fast. So the next we'll be looking at is concrete. Start with description. Start with blinding. Assuming the blinding, the footing, the oversized concrete, the columns and beams, let's say they all have different mix ratio. So specify the mix ratio of blinding to be 1 ratio, let's say 1:4:7. So 1:4:7. That's the mix ratio we're using for blinding. You can specify whatever you want. So this is the shrinkage and waste percent. The default is 35%. You can increase or decrease. Let's take the volume for blinding to be 4 cubic meter. Then we're working with these default values of tipper's capacity and the gravel density. They are all open for adjustment. You can change them if you like. Then you click this, it gives you the number of bags of cement you need for blinding of 4 cubic meter at 1:4:7 mix ratio. Number of bags of cement in bags, in tons, in cubic meter. Then trips of sand you need, 10 tires tipper, 6 tires tipper, wheelbarrow, 50 kg bag, and head pans gives you also in cubic meter. Then the gravel that you need gives you the gravel in different options, 10 tires, 6 tires, wheelbarrow, 50 kg bag, and head pan. And also in tons, it also gives you the number of liters of water you need, 518 liters of water. So let's move to foundation footing. Let's say the mix ratio for foundation footing to be 1:3:6. Yeah, and then let's say it's 35, or let's say it's 50 cubic meter for this. Then you click this. It's very fast. Gives you the number of bags of cement you need for foundation footing, which is a different mix ratio from that if you're blinding. gives you your cement in different option, your sand in different option, your gravel in different options, and also your water in liters. 7,776 liters of water. So the next we're looking at, let's say your oversight concrete. Let's say oversight concrete is a mixed ratio of 1:3:5. So you put 1:3:5, then let's say it's 26 cubic meter. Then you click 26 cubic meter and click add. It gives you your cement, sand, gravel, all in different options as you have above. Then let's take you just keep adding, changing the mix ratio, change the volume, and change other parameters that have been set to be default. Let's take let's say beams and columns. Let's say your columns and beams are 1:2:4. Then let's say it's 15 cubic meter. Then when you click this, so it gives you columns and beams, gives you the number of bags of cement you need in different options, the sand you need in different options, then the gravel also in different options, and the water. So when you are done, you can export to Excel. If you made a mistake in any of the work, you can remove. Next we'll be looking at is painting. There are a lot, I won't be going through all of them. So let's take paint emulsion page, specify the number of coats. Let's assume we're using 2 coats. Then let's say it's internal painting. Internal painting. Then you put the measured area. So let's take 125 square meter. Then you specify the waste. Let's use 10% waste. Then click this, gives you the number of drums, 20-liter drums of paint you need. Then let's say you have your external painting. Let's take the external painting to be 3 coats. Put 3 coats here. Then specify the area. Let's say it's 100 and let's say 75 square meters external painting. Gives you the number of drums you need as well. 20 liters drum, 4 liters drum. So the next we'll be looking, and here is if you already have the spreading rate, use this portion for calculating of your paint. There you put the description, painting, external painting. You put the spreading rate, let's say it's 14 square meter per liter. The number of coats, let's use 2. Then after that, we'll put the area measured. Let's say the area measured 50 square meters. The waste at let's say 5%. Click this, gives you the number of liters of paint you need. So the next we'll be looking at is plastering. Let's assume put the description, external plastering. Then you put the mix ratio. This external plastering, we're using 1:4. Then you put the thickness. Let's say we are using a 15 mm thick. Then the measured area, let's take 152 square meters. Then this is the tipper capacity for 10 tires and 6 tires tipper. When you click this, it gives you the number of cement and sand you need to plaster 152 square meters of that is 15 mm thick, 19 bags of cement, which is 0.9 tons, 0.95 tons, or 0.66 cubic meter. gives you the sand in 10 tires tipper, 6 tires tipper, wheelbarrow, 50 kg bag, with head pan, cubic meter. Let's say you have an internal plastering. Put the internal plastering, let's say it has the same mix ratio. If you want to change it, you can change it. Then the area, let's take the area to be 224 square meters. Then let's say it has a lesser thickness. Let's reduce it to 12 mm. So you see, gives you the number of bags of cement you need in different options, and then the sand you need as well. So if you have other plastering, well, you can keep on adding. We have a lot. We have reinforcement, terrazzo, tiles, and timber. Let me take terrazzo. Terrazzo, you specify the thickness of the terrazzo. Let's say it's 10 mm thick, or let me use 15 mm thick. Then the area of terrazzo, let's say it's 300 square meter. You put the description, hall terrazzo. Let's say it's hall terrazzo. Then you click this. It gives you the number of bags of cement. Terrazzo is just cement and chipping. Gives you the number of bags of cement in different options, and then the terrazzo chippings in different options. There are a lot of things you can do with the eQS2 software. It's very quick for material estimating, and I'd like you to get a copy and enjoy digitalization of your work. Thank you.